What if everything you've been told about aging is wrong? What if the stiffness, fatigue, and declining health that doctors dismiss as normal aging are actually preventable? At 94 years old, I live completely medication-free, maintain my independence, and have the biological markers of someone 30 years younger. 2 years ago, my doctor was stunned during my annual checkup when my test results showed the health profile of a person in their 60s. When he pressed me for my secret, I revealed the 5 simple morning habits I've followed religiously for decades. These aren't complicated medical interventions or expensive treatments. They're straightforward practices that work with your body's natural rhythms, and anyone can start implementing them tomorrow morning. While my friends half my age struggle with daily medications and need assistance with basic tasks, I continue to live fully and independently. The most shocking part, the third habit takes just 4 minutes each morning. Yet 92% of seniors completely skip it. This single oversight cost them the most important opportunity to preserve their cognitive function and mental sharpness. The damage isn't immediately visible, which is exactly why so many people neglect it until it's too late. These 5 habits aren't just about feeling better. They're about maintaining your independence, preserving your dignity, and ensuring that your later years are filled with vitality instead of decline. The difference between aging gracefully and struggling through each day often comes down to what you do in the first hour after waking up. Strategic morning hydration, the foundation of cellular health. Stick with me to the end of this video, because we'll cover all 5 and share a little twist that makes them even more powerful. You might not think about it, but every night while you sleep, your body loses about a liter of water through breathing and sweating. Most of us wake up and reach for a cup of coffee or tea, but that actually makes things worse, drying you out when your cells are already crying for hydration. Researchers at Johns Hopkins Medicine found that even mild dehydration in seniors can slash brain function by 27% and increase inflammation by 31%, leading to stiff joints, foggy thinking, and low energy that drags you down all day. It's not just about feeling thirsty, it's about how your entire body runs, from your joints to your brain. My friend Eleanor, who's 82, suffered from headaches and dizziness for years, trying every medication her doctor prescribed, from painkillers to anti-anxiety pills. Nothing worked until she learned her symptoms were tied to morning dehydration. Within weeks of changing her routine, her headaches were gone, her balance improved, and she was back to her book club with a smile. Here's what you can do. Before bed, set a 16-ounce glass of room-temperature water on your nightstand with a tiny pinch of natural sea salt. When you wake up, drink it all before anything else. No coffee, no breakfast, just that water. The salt helps your cells soak it up better through something called osmotic balance, and room-temperature water is easier for your body to absorb than cold. If plain water feels bland first thing, add a small squeeze of fresh lemon, but skip sweeteners to keep your metabolism steady and avoid blood sugar spikes. I started this habit at 75, and within days, my joints felt looser, my mind was clearer, and I had more pep in my step. After a few weeks, my digestion was smoother, my skin looked brighter, and I felt ready to tackle my day. This 30-second habit sets your body up to thrive from the moment you open your eyes. Now, let's move on to something else you're probably missing in the morning: sunlight. Your body has a built-in clock that controls everything: your mood, your sleep, your immune system, even how well you digest your food, but it needs a daily reset to stay on track. Stanford University found that just 10 to 15 minutes of morning sunlight boosts serotonin by 42%, lifting your mood and energy, while skipping it raises depression risk by 69%, according to the University of Colorado. Morning light syncs over 150 processes in your body, from hormone balance to blood pressure. My neighbor Robert, who's 78, struggled with sleep for years, ties coffee on the porch. Here's how to make it happen. Within 30 minutes of waking, step outside for 10 to 15 minutes. You don't need to exercise, just sit on your porch, sip your water, or stroll in your yard. Even cloudy days work, and skip sunglasses or glasses to let the light hit your eyes directly, as they block the special wavelengths that reset your clock. If you can't get outside, sit by an open window, though it's about half as effective, or use a light therapy box in winter months. I've done this for years, and it's like flipping a switch for my energy, sleep, and even my appetite. After a week, you'll likely sleep deeper, wake up easier, and feel steadier all day long. I'm so glad you're here, joining me to uncover more ways to live healthier and stronger as we age. Your brain is your greatest ally, but did you know it loses about 30,000 neural connections every morning if you don't give it a little wake-up call? That's what researchers at Harvard Medical School discovered, and it's why this next habit is so critical. 92% of seniors miss it, and that's a big reason why memory and focus can slip away over time. Skipping this increases dementia risk by 29%, according to the National Institute on Aging, but the good news is you can stop this loss and even rebuild connections with a simple 4-minute routine. My friend Margaret, who's 86, proved this when she kept her mind razor-sharp during her hip surgery recovery. Doctors warned her about cognitive decline after surgery, but she stayed quick-witted, solving crosswords and planning her garden, all thanks to this habit. Here's how it works. It's called the 4-to-4 challenge, and you do it right after waking, when your brain is most ready to grow. In 4 minutes, solve one simple math problem, like 15 plus 27, recall one vivid memory, maybe your favorite family holiday, learn 4 new vocabulary words, and visualize your day's tasks, like a mental walkthrough of your errands. Prep these the night before to make it easy. Grab a math book or app, jot down a memory prompt like my 30th birthday, pick 4 words from a dictionary, and think through your schedule. This quick exercise lights up every part of your brain: logic, memory, language, and planning, boosting clarity and decision-making. I've done this since I was 70, and at 94, I still tackle my daily puzzles and manage my household without missing a beat. Within days, you'll notice sharper thinking, and after a month, your memory and confidence will feel stronger than ever. Now, let's talk about keeping your body moving in a way that feels good and keeps you independent. You might have been told that stretching is the key to staying mobile. Maybe you've tried bending to touch your toes or twisting your neck to loosen up. But for us over 70, those old routines can actually harm your joints. The Mayo Clinic found that the wrong morning movements increase inflammation by 31%, while a targeted 7-minute mobility sequence cuts pain and stiffness by 44% in just 2 weeks. Aging joints need gentle warming, not aggressive stretching, because our collagen fibers are less flexible than they used to be. My friend Thomas, who's 85, learned this the hard way. He stretched every morning like he did in his 50s, but his knees and back kept getting worse, and he relied on a walker. When he switched to this new routine, he ditched the walker and now moves around his house with confidence. Here's the plan. Before breakfast, spend 7 minutes on what I call the inside-out mobility sequence, designed to warm your body safely. Start with seated shoulder rotations. Sit in a chair, relax your arms, and make small circles, growing larger, for 30 seconds to get blood flowing. Next, stay seated and march in place, lifting your knees for 1 minute to wake up your core and legs. Then, stand in a doorway, place your hands on the frame at shoulder height, and lean forward gently for 30 seconds to open your chest and improve posture. Follow with supported squats. Hold a counter or chair, bend your knees as far as feels good, and stand back up for 1 minute. Finish with seated ankle circles. Extend one leg, rotate your foot clockwise and counterclockwise for 30 seconds each, boosting circulation to prevent falls. I started this in my late 80s, and it's why I still garden, sweep my floors, and climb my stairs without pain. You'll feel looser in just a few days, and after a couple of weeks, you'll move with more confidence. We're almost at the end of our journey, friends, and I'm thrilled you're still with me. Now, let's explore one final habit that keeps your muscles strong and ties everything together, so you can live as vibrantly as I do. Your muscles are what keep you moving, whether it's gardening, climbing stairs, or playing with your grandkids, and without the right fuel, they can fade fast. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition shows that eating protein at the wrong time can speed up muscle loss by 23%, even if you eat enough overall. After 60, your body develops something called anabolic resistance, meaning it needs protein at specific times to maintain muscle, according to Tufts University. Most seniors start their day with carbs, like toast, cereal, or fruit, which spikes blood sugar, increases inflammation, and misses the chance to protect muscle. My friend Barbara, who's 91, was getting weaker despite a healthy breakfast of oatmeal and fruit every morning. She felt frail, struggling to carry her grocery bags. But when she changed her breakfast routine, her strength came back, and now she's tending her roses and walking her dog without a struggle. Here's what works. After your mobility sequence, eat 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within an hour of waking. This could be 2 eggs with a side of cottage cheese, a bowl of Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder, or a smoothie with whey protein and a bit of collagen for extra joint support. Avoid high-carb foods like bread, pastries, or sweet fruits at this meal, as they can block muscle-building signals and cause energy crashes. I started this habit in my mid-80s, and it's why I can still carry my laundry basket, sweep my floors, and manage my home alone. Within a few days, you'll feel more energy and better appetite control. After a couple of weeks, your grip strength will improve, and daily tasks will feel easier. In 3 months, you could see your muscles holding steady or even growing, keeping you strong and independent. Pick one habit to try tomorrow morning and stick with it for a week. Maybe it's sipping that glass of water by your bed, stepping outside for sunlight, or trying the 4-to-4 brain exercise. Jot down how you feel each day. Maybe you'll notice less stiffness or clearer thoughts, and share it in the comments. If you know someone who's feeling tired or unsteady, share this video to spark their hope and inspire them. If these ideas have lit a fire in you for a stronger, healthier life, give this video a like and subscribe for more tips to thrive after 60. See you next time.